Hello, this is Texas Stars of the RBA, and I'm currently in a wind tunnel because it is a million degrees in Texas right now. So I hope the background noise isn't too annoying, but we shall see. I am making this video to kind of show my off season. I'm on my 12th season here, or I guess the 11th season. So this is going into RBA's 12th season. I have quite a bit of CC, as you can see up there. This is my roster currently. As you can see, I don't have 12 players. We have maximum of 12 players in the RBA and a 200 salary cap, but I have only 8. And my salary is maxed out. So this is going to be a very interesting off season. Well, interesting as in unconventional, probably not that interesting, probably a little bit more boring than most off seasons. But we can go through and look. I know most people don't know a lot about my roster because I never post anything about it. But Clifton Glasgow, I have had him for many seasons. His contract will not be up. He's getting paid $45 million. He's played 147 games, so that's a lot. I don't even want to do the math on that. But he's been a rock on my team, and I don't think I will ever get rid of him unless his contract goes over $45 million for some reason. This guy, tight end, I got him last season. I think he was a free agent. Might have been a draft pick. I don't know. I wanted to try a tight end. I don't ever really use him. Yeah, he's only gotten 32 receptions in 19 games. So 10 touchdowns. So, I'm not too big on him. If I see a good defensive player, I might go for it. But I don't know. We'll see, because I have a different strategy that's come about because of a tweet that has come out by Simon of Retro Bowl a while back. I decided to change over to a different kind of style in my roster. On to my wide receivers, Foster Quinn. He's been, I think, my number one for a while. His contract is also not up. He's been playing stellar. His stats are amazing. 4,000 yards as a wide receiver. Jaleel Bowser. So he was actually a backup that I picked up and actually was benched for a couple seasons behind Kalu, I think was my other wide receiver, Kalu, who I think has received some awards in the RBA from Tampa. Bowser had over 4,000 yards as well this season. He's only played 2 seasons, really. I mean, he's been around longer than that, but again, he was a backup, so he didn't really play. So he's still got some potential, and his contract also is not up. Chuma Perfect has been amazing. He's been my best defensive line player for a while. He will be needing to be re-signed, so let's see how much he asks for. We might have to replace him. Pimpkin, the all-star defensive back, he is pretty good. He won't need to be re-signed. Blitty Duhart will not need to be re-signed, and Dak Pepper will not either. So this is going to be a very boring offseason, but let's see. We got one guy that needs to be re-signed, so let's see this. Well, that sucks. I should have extended his contract before I continued, so that really kind of sucks. Let's see. So let's go to. So I've got to get a new guy because this guy sucks. I've got a talent spotter. It's great. That's the only time I will buy a new defensive coordinator after I've already got a 4 or 5 star one. Only for the talent spotter. That thing, it will increase the potential for your players. So it will make your team better without having to get new players. So let's see. Let's get a new guy in here. So we've got a couple of 30. So you can see how these 25 CC ones, they're not going to have any special traits. The 30 CC ones will. So this guy is a physio. Can condition boost, which is really not that big of a deal because my rehab is always at max. This guy's fan favorite, which again doesn't really help because because my fan never goes down because I win every single game. So it starts off at 75, but it always ends out at 100. So let's look at, so in that case, those two traits aren't really that valuable to me, so I'm going to get one of these guys because they're cheaper. It's really just preference. I'm going to go with this guy, Cornel Nunez. Sure. Cool. Now, some people don't like getting offensive coordinators, but I find that it gives me a little bit more time in the pocket, and that's just valuable to me. Of course, I'm not strapped for CC, obviously, because I've been playing this thing forever. So let's go roster. So Chima Perfect, he's going to stay at 27. So we're actually just going to sign him back because he's awesome. He's got like 1 million rings. He's got 5 rings. So let's get him a 6th one. So that puts us at max again. And we're going to go into the draft not being able to buy anybody. No one really stands out. None of these. I mean, that's a 4.5 star potential. That's a decent one. But, I mean, I'll look at it like, okay, this guy is definitely, he's definitely replaceable. His speed's not the greatest. His catching's not the greatest. So if I have somebody who's decent enough, I can, release him and get somebody else. But I don't see anyone really worth it. He's got 10 mil. These guys are all more than that, so it wouldn't matter anyway. I'd have to get one of these guys, and I don't want to do that. So I will just skip all of my picks. Don't need anybody. Give me those coaching credits. It's over. And we're here. So that was my off season. I hope you enjoyed it because it did not last very long. Got the same roster for the 4th season in a row. Third, well, I guess 2nd or 3rd really, because I dropped some people. Yeah, that's it for the off season. I will try and let's record the first game actually. So against Scoldgers. So Scoldgers, I can just see he hasn't been in the league for since season 2 or something like that. But he's only a 3-star defense, so we should be able to put a decent PD against this guy. So let's try and do that. Cool. So we get a nice turnover, and we're just going to pop it right there and throw an interception right off the bat. Nice. That's exactly what you want on a recording. Is an interception right off the bat. Good lord. That's embarrassing. Okay, so I'm just fucking hell. God damn it. Please do not think this is how I play normally, because this is embarrassing. Jesus, this is not going well. And now I'm lagging like hell. All right. Let's get this. So this guy, how he was backed off a little bit. That means he is going to be open every single time. So now Quinn is going to go full speed back, hurdle over a guy, juke. Oh, nope. Didn't get to juke in time. 63 yards. And I'm just going to pop it right here. He's going to scoot over and score. Just like that. Every time. Okay. Could have been better, but let's just do that. Cool. Man, that was embarrassing. 2 interceptions right off the bat. See, my defense, they'll stop them. I just can't fuck up. So these guys are quick, so they can really outrun guys. See, I just scrolled all the way out of bounds there so I can save some clock. I usually try to get 2 scores in the first, every quarter, but 3 is really amazing. So this guy should, he should have ran past that guy, but for some reason I'm lagging, so I think my phone's just overheating. So this guy, this safety or corner was backed off a bit, so that means he's always going to let this guy past him, which is for an easy touchdown. Again. So Quinn is going to catch that extra point, two extra points, and we're going to see that for into first quarter. That takes up. That means one of their plays was only like 3 seconds long, versus it being like 30 seconds long or 11 like that one was. So now I can use a audible, throw it to my tight end, who's like always open on these streak routes and is slow as molasses. So I just let him get tackled because it's just gonna keep getting slower. All right, so a little bit of strategy. So up top, this guy might outrun that corner, and if he's not, then the guy on the bottom, Quinn on the post route, will be open after he gets past that middle safety. So looking like he's not going to be open, so I throw it to the post route, who breaks like 3 tackles and runs in for the touchdown. So that's awesome. Boom. See? So once you get down the defense, it's really just accuracy at that point, because like me in the very beginning of the game, it's not very accurate, and I threw a couple of interceptions when they should have been touchdowns. So another punt. So the guy in the top has a real chance in the beginning of the game to run past that corner. Towards the end, when he doesn't have any stamina, he won't. So in the second quarter, he should. And if he doesn't, I can just throw it right behind him, and he'll catch it, just like that. If you throw it behind him, they'll come back to the ball quicker than the defense will. So the bottom guy, same thing. He's not, like, I'm getting blitzed, so I just had to throw it. Let's try it again. So this comeback route, or actually right over the middle, right here. And then I can just juke, make a cut, and get a bunch of yards off of that. So we got 50 seconds left. So here's the thing. I'm probably score the next 2 or 3 plays, which means that I will probably have a bunch of time left on the clock. So instead of stopping the clock running out of bounds, I'm just going to let the clock run out because I know I'm going to score. I just need to... Well, I just went out of bounds there. Yeah, nice. Easier said than done, obviously. So I'm just going to let him go down. Don't even try to juke. Run that clock out, because the more time you give that defense or the other team, they're going to score. It's just the math of the game. So this guy, just get tackled, run out the 5 seconds. So now they're down to 16 seconds. I can definitely score from here in 16 seconds. So I'm just going to throw it behind him, make one cut, touchdown. So now the other team only has 11 seconds to score. Boom. Extra point. And the kickoff will take the whole 11 seconds, so they don't even get a chance to throw a Hail Mary. And then I get the ball back. So, let's see. Throw this here. Stiff arm, nice, that was lucky. And then Quinn, just get out of bounds because he's going to be caught right there. This guy looks like he's going to go past, but he's not, so I'm just going to throw a comeback route. One cut, and he's gone for another 10 yards-ish, breaks some tackles, and gets out of bounds. Alright, so this is another thing. This looks like they're going to blitz, so the only thing is the safety here is going to go one way or the other. So I have 2 choices to make for a touchdown. The guy at the top is going to either get past that second corner right there, because that one in front of him is going to blitz. Same thing on the other side. The one on this receiver, if I get past him, the other one's going to blitz. So I just got to see which way the safety goes and throw it to the open receiver. So he's going up to the top. So boom, guy's open on the right. On the bottom, touchdown. Safeties usually don't blitz, so they're going to either go to one side or the other. If there's 2 safeties, that's when you know, okay, long bomb's probably not going to happen unless you can outrun both of them, which isn't incredibly often. So this is the same exact defense right here. So I'm going to look at that middle safety right there. He's going to the top again. So I'm going to throw it to the post route. He's only going to get 10 yards. but hey, that's 10 yards and not a sack. So this one here, you have one top safety. Everybody else is usually going to blitz, or they're going to just stick around the middle or get on the tight end right here. So I have not a lot of options. The safety could come down to the bottom and cover that comeback route, which is probably my best shot at getting a bunch of yards. So I don't really like this setup, this play matchup, because either way, I'm only going to get like 10 yards out of this. So I have 5 audibles. I'm going to use one. And now look, I've got one safety, and I've got a long post route down here, or a long in route, and then I've got a long post route at the top. So that top one looks tempting, but I'll also look to the bottom one as my second route. So let's do this. Top to one. He doesn't look like he's going to be open, but I'm going to go behind him, make a cut to get past the corner, and then I'll get another 10 yards or so. 2 safeties, it's going to be tough, so you're just going to have to get what you can. So I'm going to throw it to this comeback route, try to make some plays, but I can't. So now in this range, I can look at going for it. So now this is a perfect play. Okay, both of these corners are backed off, which means that they're not going to stick on your wide receiver. Those wide receivers, both of them, are going to pass those corners no matter what. Later in the game, they'll be slower because they won't have as much stamina, so it'll be a little tougher on your offensive line. But for the most part, they'll both be open. You just got to watch that very back safety and see if they go up or down. So looks like he's going down, so up's going to be open. Chunk it in front of him, make a guy miss, touchdown, boom. And these should be a gimme. You should almost never miss a 2-point conversion. Always just throw it right behind the receiver and make a cut. They will never be able to tackle you when you make a cut. So I got a fumble there. That was nice. Same thing. I'm watching that safety. Which way he goes? He goes up top. I think that guy might still outrun them both. Yeah, he will. I just didn't throw it far enough. That's my fault. So let's hope we can get another turnover. They just got a field goal, so it's not the worst. God, I am fucking sucking in this damn game. I don't normally throw interceptions. It's only when I'm recording. So that was a very shitty game. 35. It's not the worst, but that definitely should have been like in the 50s. So I'm gonna play some more without recording, and then we'll come back and then when I guess my phone's not overheating. I don't know. So I don't know. I might do this next game with Vaporwaves later. I might record that one because his roster is a. Let's see. I can just do this. His uniforms are amazing. Like, I love playing against this guy's uniforms. So, all right. Thanks for watching. I know it was kind of a longer one, but it's my first one in a while. So, you guys have fun out there, and peace.